Alright, so I'm done sewing the shoulders. Now I'm going to sew the side. So before you sew the side, decide first how open or how wide you want for your sleeves. Okay, so you can put your stitch markers in here. You can measure your upper arm, how wide you want for your sleeves, and then the measurement of your upper arm, divide that into 2. For example, you got 12 inches and then divide that into 2, it's 6. Then you can put your stitch marker in this part and also in the other side, the back panel. Okay, if you would like to make it a bit wider, you can do that also. You can adjust your stitch marker. You can put, for example, you want it 1 inch wider, so you can put 6.5 and put your stitch marker in here and into the back panel. Okay, so you can measure your upper arm and you can add if you would like it a bit wider, and then divide that into 2, put your stitch marker here and then in the back panel, also in the other side. Okay, then sew the rest of your rows here at the side to attach the panels together. Alright, so I put my stitch marker here in my 6.5 from the top till here, and then I'm going to sew now this side and also in the other side. So you can find cute stitch markers in my shop at Crochet by Beb Shop if you would like to purchase some. So here I am now sewing the sides, and I want to show you how to hide the loop or the handwork or the carried loop here, or the yarn that we carried before. So what I am doing is I go beyond this. So I only take the same color like this and sew like that, just to hide the different color on the side. So for example, this, you can see these 2 loops here, so just go beyond that, take the yellow and yellow also here like that. You can get some loop in front. And will show you the results. As you can see, it's a little bit visible, the sewing lines, because I am using the white yarn to sew the sides, but the loops or the carried yarn like those are hidden now. Okay, so it's normal, it's shown because I'm using white, but if you can use darker yarn, you can do that also. Alright, so this is now my cardigan. I already did this one sleeve, so this is how it look like. Now I'm going to show you how to add or insert the first row. It's the same stitch pattern, the cluster V stitch. Alright, to start your sleeve, insert your yarn in the corner. So I put my yarn here, let's secure it, and then we're going to start the cluster V stitch. So what I did here is put my double crochet here, and every 3 rows of my cluster V stitch here, so you can see this 1 2 3, I put 2 cluster V stitch, then 1 2 3, 2 cluster V stitch. So every 3 rows, 2 cluster V stitch. You can see the distance of your cluster V stitch when you're doing it into your sleeves. I tried also every rows to put 1 cluster V stitch in every row, but it was wider the stitches, so I made it 3 rows of this 1 2 3, 2 cluster V stitch, and then 1 2 3, 2 cluster V stitch. Okay, so you can do that, but you can check also the distance when you are doing your own, because maybe you are using a different kind of yarn. So you can try also every row, then if it's too wide, you can do every 3 rows put only 2 cluster V stitch. Okay, so 2 in here, then 2 cluster V stitch between these 3 rows, the side of these rows. Okay, so here I'm going to start 2 chains and then double crochet into the same, and then these first 3 rows I'm going to work 2 clusters. So just look the distance where you can insert and work your cluster. Okay, and then next 3 rows I'm going to work my next 2 clusters. So that's what I did to make my sleeves, or to insert my sleeves. Okay, so you're going to do this all the way around. You can see the distance, and then when you are here in our last stitch, put also 1 double crochet. It's the same stitch pattern, 1 double crochet at the end. So here our last stitch, we're going to change yarn, then slip stitch, and then chain 2, turn work, and continue your next round. Okay, so I did also turning, so it's the same look of the pattern of the stitches. So I did slip stitch, chain 2, turn, then continue stitch pattern, then again after round just slip stitch here, and then chain 2, then continue your next round. So I'm going to show you. Alright, so I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to show you how to slip stitch and go for the next round. Okay, alright, so I'm now here in my last stitch, or the double crochet. So before I'm going to finish this, I'm going to insert the next color. So it's the same also how to change colors and carry the yarn. So here I'm going to put the back and slip stitch here into the first stitch, just slip stitch, and then we're going to make a chain 2. So I'm going to carry these 2 loops here, and then just chain 2, and then turn work. So now you are now facing inside of your sleeve. So I'm going to work the same stitch pattern, the double crochet, and then the cluster V stitch into the same chain 2 spaces. So it's really the same stitch pattern. Okay, so at the end, you just end of your stitch, just slip stitch, and then first change your yarn, then slip stitch, and then chain 2, turn your work, and then continue the stitch pattern. Okay, so I'm going to show you once more again when I'm done here. Okay, so here do your last double crochet and insert your yarn, or change your yarn, and then make sure this unworked yarn, put it here inside. When you're working here, you can see the inside of your sleeves just to hide them. Okay, so just slip stitch, then we're going to chain 2. So while chaining 2, carry these loops or unworked yarn, just chain 2, then turn. Okay, then continue the stitch pattern. So here double crochet, then the cluster V stitch. So every row, don't forget to turn your work so you can maintain the stitch pattern, the look of your stitch pattern. It's the same like this. Okay, so this is the sleeves, so it's going to look like that. So the carry the yarn, as you can see, there's a bit visible here, so hide it inside. All right, so I have a total of 29 rows until here, and then when you almost reach the desired length of your sleeves, we're going to work this flare or ruffles at the end of the sleeves. Okay, so continue the stitch pattern to make your sleeve, then leave a bit of space to make this flare for the sleeves. Okay, and this is only 2 inches and 4 rows. So I'm going to show you how I did this also. Alright, so continue first doing this, and then when you're done, I'm going to show you how to do the flare of the sleeve in the end. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the end flare for the sleeves. But if you wish, or if you would like to have a normal or regular border of your sleeve, you can do that also. You can make a few rows, like 3 rows, half double crochet to end your sleeves, like the same here from your hem part. to match the border of your sleeves. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the flare end of the sleeve. Alright, so just a quick recap here what I did to make the flare. I did 1 double crochet into the first stitch, and into the chain 2 spaces I work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then work again in the next chain 2 spaces. So I didn't make a chain 1 space between in these 2 cluster here. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. So just chain 2, I don't count as a stitch, then double crochet into the first stitch, into the chain 2 space work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So we're going to repeat this into the chain 2 spaces. Okay, so jump in here, work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Okay, so no chain between to work this double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, so jump in here and work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, so do that all the way around, and then when we're gonna reach here, we're going to slip stitch also, chain 2, turn work, and we're going to increase our stitch. Okay, so here work your 1 double crochet, then slip stitch into your first stitch, then chain 2, turn work, and for our round 2 we're going to increase our stitches. So double crochet into the first stitch, then here into the cluster stitch we're going to work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into this first chain 1 space, and into the next chain 1 space also double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So in between of these two we're going to put also chain 1 to increase. Okay, so here double crochet into the first stitch. So don't forget to turn your work also. Alright, so here into the first chain 1 space work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then now we're going to chain 1 and then work into the next chain space double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, it's going to look like that. So there is chain 1 in between of these double crochet, chain 1, double. Then here we're going to work also the same. Now we're not going to chain 1 here, we're going to jump in here and work the same double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, then chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, then jump in here, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, then work into the next chain 1 space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, so you're going to repeat this all the way around, then we're going to slip stitch again in here. Alright, so for round 3 we're going to work 1 double crochet into the first stitch, then here into the chain 1 space we're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet into the chain spaces. So in between of this no chain space. Okay, so just to increase a bit our flare, so it's going to like this. So chain 2, turn, then into the first stitch work double crochet, press chain space, work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then I don't make a chain 1 here, so I jump in here in this chain 1 space. I gotta work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, then jump in the chain 1 space, work again double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, so we're going to work in the chain 1 spaces, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, so in between of these no chain 1 spaces. All right, so we're going to work like that all the way around, and then we do that round 4. All right, for our round 4 we're going to work double crochet into the first stitch, and then into the chain 1 spaces we're going to work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then just put 1 chain in between. okay, to make a bit increase into the stitches. So I only gonna work 4 rounds, so it's not very wide or very long flare for my sleeves. Alright, so here I'm going to work double crochet into the first stitch, into the chain 1 space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, then chain 1, then jump into the chain 1 space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, then put chain 1 in between, so double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So only in this section you put the chain ones in between. Then when you jump in this section, you don't need to make chain 1 here, then just jump in here and work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, then chain 1, jump into the chain 1 space, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Alright, so you're going to do like this all the way around, so you don't need to chain 1 in between of this section. You can see the section, there's no chain 1 space. So I only did 4 rounds to make my end flare, but if you would like a more longer one, you can continue increase. But if it's too wide already, the flare, you can stop increasing, just do continue the stitches. Alright, so I'm going to finish my sleeves, then when we are done, I'm going to show you how to do the side borders. Alright, so I'm done with the sleeves and already started the side. So the plan is I'm going to put first the sides, both sides here, and then I'm going to add the collar later. But if you would like without collar, you can do also. You just need to continue until the neckline and then finish in this side. So this is all half double crochet, 3 rows of half double crochet, so it's very simple. And later I'm going to add also a long strap to close the front. But if you would like to add also a buttons, what you can do is you can make a button holes. You can just skip stitch and chain to make your buttons. Alright, so here I started here and make my half double crochet, then chain 2, turn my work and all half double crochet, then another row again of half double crochet, so a total of 3 rows. Alright, you can see the distance when you are doing your half double crochet. So here I'm going to start here and do my half double crochet, so 3 rows also. Then after that I'm going to show you how to add the collar. Alright, so it's up to you. You can do also 1 full borders with the half double crochet, okay, if it's that's easy for you. And then just add the straps or the long strap, tie here, or make a buttonholes to put your buttons later. Alright, so this is the borders of my sides. So now I'm going to make the collar. So for the collar, I am started already here, all single crochet. So you're going to start here in the side of your second row, put single crochet, so single crochet in the sides, you can see the distance. And then here I'm going to show you, so here there is stitches, so you're going to put 1 on top of this double crochet together, and then this chain 2 space, put only 1 single crochet, and then 1 on top of this stitch, so 3 double crochet and this cluster V stitch. Okay, so 1 in here, then 1 at the chain space, and then 1 here. So you're going to put 3 single crochet on top of this cluster V stitch. Alright, and then at the side you can just see the distance where you're going to put your single crochet. Okay, and then you just need to end your single crochet also on the side of your second row here, so it will match here. Alright, so I'm going to put all single crochet, then I'm going to show you to do the stitch pattern. For the stitch pattern, it's the same like I did in the with this stitch pattern. Okay, so after all your single crochet, now we're going to turn and then chain 1 here, first stitch put 1 single crochet, and then into your next stitch put 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet. And then we're going to skip 1, then into the next stitch 1 single crochet and then double crochet. Okay, so just skip and then into the next stitch single crochet and double crochet. So you're going to repeat this all the way around. So skip 1 single crochet and then 1 double crochet. Okay, so you're going to repeat this all the way around, and then into your last stitch you're going to put 1 single crochet also. All right, but if you have less stitch, you can just slip stitch. All right, so I'm going to show you later when I'm here. Okay, so I'm here now in my last 2 stitches, so I'm going to skip this and only put 1 single crochet into my last stitch. If you don't have last 2 stitches here, after you made the single crochet and double crochet, you can just put 1 single crochet here. Okay, so you don't need to skip 1 to adjust your stitches. All right, so for the next round, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then into your first stitch or your single crochet put 1 single crochet also, and on top of your double crochet put single crochet and double crochet. Okay, so if you watch my other video tutorials, I did also this stitch pattern, so just skip 1 also. So on top of your double crochet work your single crochet and double crochet. Okay, so just skip your single crochet, work your single crochet and double crochet into all the double crochet stitches. All right, all the way around, and then here at the end you're going to work 1 single crochet also, then chain 1, turn, and then start your round again, your next round again, into 1 single crochet on top of your double crochet, work your single crochet, double crochet, then just skip 1. All right, so we're going to do this. So here there is no decrease or increase, so just go like this, just chain 1, turn, and continue into your first stitch. All right, so no decrease or no increase to make the collar. All right, so I'm going to continue this, and then when I'm done I'm going to tell you how many rows I did to make my collar. All right, so here I finished my collar, and this is 4 inches or 10 centimeters, and it's a total of 16 rows including the single crochet in the beginning, so 15 rows with this stitch pattern. So this is how it look like. Then I made my straps. So this is 16 inches long, 40.5 centimeters. It's only chains, but if you would like a bit thicker, you can do slip stitch into all the chains. So I made 3 of these. So I will put in here. And then just to close my cardigan. And then I will put this also in here, but if you would like only 1, you can do that also. And then if you want the buttons, you can put it now, your buttons. And then I made the straps and I put it here in the end of my sleeve. So this is only optional. If you would like a bit close here, you can do that. So I made a long chains 4 times the width of these sleeves, and then I slip stitch, so it's a bit thicker than this. So this is how it look like. So long chains 4 times the width of your sleeve, and then just slip stitch, then insert here between your clusters. So this is how it look like, my sleeves, to make it cutie. So this is only optional if you would like. All right, but if you would like just as it is, you can do that. Okay, all right, so if you are done all these things, just weave all your ends, and we are done now with our cardigan. All right, so hope you did enjoy making your cardigan. You can share your work with me in my Instagram at Crochet by Beb, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you will be notified for more videos. So thank you so much for joining me again. Hope to see you again next time, and take care everyone. Happy crochet. Bye.